So on another topic, I saw a video yesterday where Mike Andes was doing one of his save a franchise or save a landscape lawn business.
But not as significant of a change as one may expect. Just because he's always had that entrepreneurial mindset. Just when he actually started to become the entrepreneur, he's had to enact that a little bit more, and it's not just a mindset anymore. It's your life. It's your day to day.
Like we have guys that literally can't get gas right now, so
like they are capable, or they have
like their cards don't work. Like we don't have. Like we have like $500 right now. It's like if we knew it was this bad, like 100% shame on me for like letting us get to this point. I got really burnt out at the end of last year, and that sucks. Like I would rather have physical stress and strain like all day long. The emotional business sucks because like it won't not work. Like this will work, but if it didn't, like I'd be letting 17 people down. Like I can't let that happen.
He does work long hours. At first it was a little bit hard, but then it's always reassuring when like we do finally get time to sit together. Like this is the
young man seemed overwhelmed, for real. There is a such thing to me, and it took me a long time to figure it out, that bigger is not always more profitable. Sometimes the worry and everything of trying to keep 8 or 9 crews going and all that outweighs the lure of being self-employed, because you don't have a lot of freedom then. You're the owner, ready to do whatever you want. Yeah, but you can't, man, because you got all these people that are dependent on you to provide enough work for them and keep them going, keep them, with a check coming. And that's a lot, especially when the numbers in this kind of game, they can be really, really good as far as profit margin and all that. But if you ain't running things right, it can eat you up. And I think that's what that dude is feeling, man. But to be fair, he got thrown into the mix because he keeps reinvesting in the business without letting the business kind of, breathe a little bit and, build up a little bit of cash flow. He gets a little bit of cash flow and going, and bam, he's buying, more accounts or whatever. Buying other franchises up. He needs help. But yeah, man, I'll put a link or a picture of the video. It's pretty good though, man. The dude is but that's what I think about when I think about growing real big. When guys say, man, well, you just small time, Ray. You just small time. You don't have, they're always coming at me with that kind of thing. But you have to. My quality of life is pretty good though. I mean, I'm just saying, it really is. And that's all because my window of growing a business, scaling one and all, is past. I gave up on that about 8 or 9 years ago. Once I got into my mid-40s, I realized I wasn't going to scale no business, and but I would be able to use the things that I'm good at, money management and all that. I would be able to, build enough for me to live really good, and maybe another guy or two. If scale happens, then it happens. But I ain't had time to really think about scaling because it's a headache enough keeping up with 100 customers. I couldn't imagine, 400. If I had 400 customers and the labor to do that, I would have to chew on that tobacco for a minute, before I try to get to 600 or whatever. You're not going to do that without no great help, and and you can call it a role or a title, general manager, whatever they want to call it. What I know out here, I could be a general manager of any of these outfits because that's what I'm really good at. I'm really good at managing projects, you know, and getting you know, getting work. I'm pretty good at that. I could sharpen those skills up. But what I'm really good at is putting guys in position to win. Like if I worked for a big landscaper and they gave me, you know, 5 crews that I had to manage as a general manager or whatever, and I had to manage those crews and make sure that they're being efficient and the equipment and blah blah blah. I could do that easy, and I'd be good at that. Now if you're 24, 25, like the young man in Mike Andy's videos, you're not going to get thrown into the frying pan like that and excel. I mean, there are so many things going by him, and he can't even see them. You know, I think he's making a mistake by, well, yeah, I don't know if it's a mistake, because I think he'll eventually overcome all the acquisitions, but he needs to slow down and stop getting more customers and trying to grow. You need to maintain what you got, and then streamline that down efficiency-wise. Check the trap for a minute, build a little money up, and then, you know, next season try to grow a little bit. You know, after you are able to make payroll and, you know, pay for all the things that is required to pay for the employees that you got now. You know, from what I saw, and it's hard to tell on a video, got too many people. Got too many employees right now, and they're not being efficient as they could be. But y'all check out that video. I really got intrigued by it because I'm looking at things from an owner's perspective. And, you know, I think of the headache that young man's going through, and it's not a guarantee he's going to come out on the other side. You know, he get burned out. You don't want to, I mean, you know, you get burned out on this stuff, man. You might not want to do it. And then what? You know, y'all, you know, it takes a lot for me to get burned out because y'all don't see me out here killing myself, you know, trying to do, you know, 30 yards a day or nothing, or trying to get to, you know, $2 grand a day. What I am is I'm straight steady, and been steady for a long time, and it might not be as much money as some other people make, might be more than what other people make, but the thing is, it's my time, and I don't have to be running around like a chicken with my head cut off and not being able to pay for things, you know. Ray, there's a big difference in the business you have and making payroll. Yeah, but it's all the same. It's all, that's why you don't scale until you're ready. You know, or you build up slowly but surely. You don't all of a sudden, if somebody came to me right now, y'all straight up, if somebody came to me right now and they said, Ray, we're gonna give you 100 customers. Now, I'm not gonna say I wouldn't try to do it, but I'm gonna automatically know right off the top, okay, you're gonna give me 100 customers for free. Ain't gotta pay nothing or anything. And they're all on board with it. Yeah. I'm not gonna take 100 customers. Why would I sign myself up for that? Yeah, I might make a little more money, but I'm gonna have a whole lot more stress in my life. You see the issues I have with labor trying to do 100 lawns, you know? So, what I've learned to do, instead of doing 150 or 200, you know, I try to be super efficient at the 100 or so, and then do other stuff like skid steer work or, you know, tree trimming or whatever. Because one thing about the lawn maintenance, it'll run over your ass. I mean, if you get too much, well, you start writing checks that you can't cash. At the end of the day, you're taking on too much work. You're not organized enough to make top dollar at that. You gotta get organized enough to be able to refine that before you go to taking on more. You got to refine it, get some systems in place, and all the stuff that you hear guys talk about all the time. And getting systems in place is just a fancy way to say, you know, fuel at night and not in the morning. Sharpen blades at night, not in the morning. Prep the trucks every day at night before you go home and not in the morning. That's systems, you know. So it's a fancy word, I guess, but at the end of the day, that's all it is. And to a guy like me, it's common sense. You know, when I saw that video, you'll notice, and I'm looking at it from a different angle, but you'll notice that these guys are coming into work and they're milling about. You got 3 guys standing there around the blade sharpener. Now I don't know if they doing that for video purposes or if that's just how they roll. I don't know. But when guys come to work in the morning, if I'm like that, if I'm running a team like that and everybody wants to get good money, we got to go. Ain't no milling about, you know, in the shop and all that, waiting to, you know, what they're waiting on, because they're supposed to have been ready, you know, the day before. I saw one guy pouring gas out of one can into another can. I guess he's doing the mix, you know. Little stuff like that. And if you got that many trucks and stuff, I mean, I guess it'd be time to have, you know, I mean, if you got enough stuff, it's worth having a gas tank at your place of business. But if you can't make payroll, then that, you're not gonna have that. The dude was paying $15K a month for his office and shop space. I mean, you're doomed, dude. You're doomed. You need to build up a couple $100,000 before you go to doing stuff like that, man. You are betting on business that you're gonna get. You're not relying on business that you already got. If you got 400 customers, you need to milk them for everything and make your operation more streamlined. Let go of some of these guys. You know who to let go of. But that's easy for me to say. You know, I don't have any employees. You know, that's easy for me to say. I'm not known to do real good with employees. And it's also easy for me to say that things, you know, out here that will make a rookie think like everything, all this stuff's moving, broke down this, but you know, and all this stuff moving, scheduling nightmares, customer nightmares, all these things moving around in front of you, right? But see, to a seasoned vet, all that stuff moving around, it's like this now. It's slow. I can see everything and all that, you know. Of course, I'm not managing, you know, 5 trucks, 8 trucks either. And I don't think I ever will, because I don't excel in that if they're not efficient. You know, I would want to pay. I would want to. Okay, we got 7 trucks. We got 14 guys. Okay, let's make it 5 trucks, and 10 guys to do the same work that the 14 was doing. If that makes sense. And so you have 5 trucks doing the same work that 7 trucks was doing. That would be the goal. Streamline everything without compromising the work, the quality. But he's got a mess on his hands, and I think he'll overcome it, because everything's in place. He's just doing the harder stuff first, like customer acquisition. I think Mike Andes was saying something about customer acquisition was like $2,000 a customer. That's stupid expensive, man. You can't even, no, man, you can't make a living like that. $2,000 for one customer? It'd take you 3 years to get your money back. I'm thinking more like $50, $80 a customer, something like that. Even that seems kind of high when I'm thinking about it. I don't know what the norm is. But y'all know what it is, man. It's Sammy time 30.